Have you ever felt a chill down your spine, as if someone or something was watching you? It's a sensation that can strike at any moment, often when you least expect it. Perhaps you were alone in your room, or maybe you were walking down a deserted street late at night. The feeling is unmistakable, a primal alert that something is not quite right. Have you ever caught a glimpse of a dark figure lurking at the edge of your vision, only to have it vanish when you turn to face it? These fleeting moments can leave you questioning your own senses. Was it real, or just a trick of the light? Such experiences are more common than you might think. If so, you may have had a brush with what many call shadow people. These mysterious entities have been reported by countless individuals across the globe. They appear suddenly and disappear just as quickly, leaving behind a sense of unease and curiosity. Shadow people are a global phenomenon. They are not confined to any one culture or region. From the bustling streets of New York City to the quiet villages of rural Japan, sightings have been documented everywhere. Reports come from every corner of the world. Each account adds a piece to the puzzle, yet the overall picture remains elusive. What are these entities and why do they appear to us? They are often described as dark, shadowy figures resembling human silhouettes. Some witnesses report seeing them wearing hats or cloaks, while others describe them as featureless forms. Despite the variations, the core characteristics remain strikingly similar. These fleeting entities seem to exist on the periphery of our perception, slipping in and out of our reality. They are often seen out of the corner of the eye, vanishing when looked at directly. This elusive nature only adds to their mystique. Shadow people inspire both fear and fascination. For some, the encounters are terrifying, leaving them afraid to be alone in the dark. For others, these experiences spark a deep curiosity, a desire to understand what lies beyond the veil of our everyday reality. Are they interdimensional beings, travelers from realms beyond our own? This theory suggests that shadow people might be visitors from parallel universes, slipping into our world through unseen portals. If true, what could their purpose be? Are they manifestations of negative energy, drawn to places of suffering and despair? Some believe that shadow people are attracted to areas with a history of trauma or violence, feeding off the residual energy left behind. Or are they simply figments of our imagination, tricks played by our minds in moments of vulnerability? The human brain is capable of incredible feats, including creating vivid hallucinations. Could shadow people be nothing more than a psychological phenomenon? This essay delves into the enigmatic world of shadow people. We will examine the evidence, sift through the stories, and attempt to separate fact from fiction. Our journey will take us through the realms of folklore, psychology, and even quantum physics. We will explore the common characteristics reported by witnesses, looking for patterns and consistencies that might offer clues to their true nature. Are there specific conditions that make sightings more likely? Do certain individuals have a higher propensity for these encounters? The various theories surrounding their nature, from the supernatural to the scientific. We will consider the possibility of interdimensional travel, the impact of negative energy, and the role of the human mind in creating these experiences, and the scientific attempts to explain these encounters. Researchers have used everything from electromagnetic field detectors to psychological studies in an effort to understand what might be happening. Are there environmental factors at play, or is it all in our heads? Join us as we journey into the shadows, seeking to understand these elusive entities that haunt our world. Whether you are a skeptic or a believer, the mystery of shadow people is a fascinating topic that challenges our understanding of reality itself. Encounters with shadow people vary widely. These mysterious entities have been reported across different cultures and time periods, each account adding a layer of intrigue to their enigmatic existence. However, certain characteristics emerge again and again in witness testimonies. These shared details help to paint a more consistent picture of what people are experiencing. These recurring details offer tantalizing clues to the nature of these enigmatic beings. They suggest that there might be a common thread linking all these encounters, hinting at a deeper, perhaps universal phenomenon. One of the most common descriptions is that of a humanoid shape. This form is often seen lurking in the shadows, blending seamlessly with the darkness around it. Witnesses often describe seeing tall, dark figures that resemble human silhouettes. These figures are typically perceived as being malevolent or at the very least unsettling. These figures are typically devoid of any discernible features. They lack faces, eyes, or any other distinguishing characteristics, which only adds to their eerie presence. Their forms are often described as completely black, as if absorbing light rather than reflecting it. This quality makes them stand out starkly against their surroundings, even in the darkest of environments. Many sightings occur in peripheral vision. This fleeting glimpse often leaves witnesses questioning what they saw, adding to the mystery. Witnesses report catching a glimpse of movement out of the corner of their eye. This movement is often quick and elusive, making it difficult to get a clear look. When they turn to look directly at the figure, it is often gone. This sudden disappearance leaves a lingering sense of unease and curiosity. This elusiveness has led some to believe that shadow people exist on the edges of our perception, only visible when we are not looking directly at them. This theory suggests that they might be interdimensional beings, slipping in and out of our reality. Another common characteristic is their rapid movement. This speed makes them even more difficult to observe and adds to their otherworldly nature. Witnesses often describe these entities darting quickly across a room or disappearing into walls. This ability to move through solid objects suggests that they do not adhere to the physical laws of our world. Some report seeing them flicker in and out of view, as if phasing between dimensions. This flickering effect adds to the theory that they might be beings from another plane of existence. This swift, almost ethereal movement adds to their unsettling nature. The combination of their speed, elusiveness, and the way they seem to defy the laws of physics makes shadow people one of the most intriguing and unnerving phenomena reported by witnesses around the world. Whether they are figments of our imagination, interdimensional travelers, or something else entirely, the mystery of shadow people continues to captivate and terrify those who encounter them. Their presence in our collective consciousness raises questions about the nature of reality and the boundaries of human perception. As we continue to explore these encounters, we may one day uncover the truth behind these shadowy figures. Until then, they remain one of the most compelling mysteries of the unknown. The elusive nature of shadow people has led many to believe that these entities are not of this world. Could they be interdimensional beings, travelers from realms beyond our own? The concept of a multiverse, where an infinite number of parallel universes exist alongside our own, has gained traction in recent years. Some theorists propose that shadow people are beings from these parallel universes, briefly crossing over into our reality. This theory could explain their ability to appear and disappear suddenly, as if slipping through the fabric of space-time. Perhaps they are drawn to our world by some unknown force, or perhaps they are simply passing through, unaware of our presence. If shadow people are indeed interdimensional travelers, it begs the question, what is their purpose here? Are they simply curious observers, or do they have a more sinister agenda? While some believe that shadow people originate from other dimensions, others theorize that they are manifestations of something closer to home negative energy. Could these shadowy figures be the embodiment of our fears, our anxieties, and our darkest emotions? Proponents of this theory point to the fact that shadow people are often reported in places with a history of trauma or suffering. Hospitals, battlefields, and haunted houses are said to be hotspots for shadow person activity. Could it be that these entities are drawn to negative energy, feeding off of it like parasites? This could explain why encounters with shadow people are often accompanied by feelings of dread, anxiety, and fear. Another theory posits that shadow people are a type of ghost or spirit. Unlike traditional ghosts, which are often associated with specific individuals, shadow people are more amorphous, lacking any defining features. Some believe that they are lost or residual spirits, unable to fully manifest in our world. Section 5. Sleep paralysis and hallucinations, tricks of the mind. While paranormal explanations for shadow people abound, some scientists believe that there is a more rational explanation for these encounters: our own minds. The human brain is a complex organ capable of creating vivid experiences that feel incredibly real. Could it be that shadow people are nothing more than hallucinations, tricks played by our brains in moments of vulnerability? Our minds can sometimes misinterpret shadows and shapes, especially in low light or stressful situations. Sleep paralysis is a phenomenon in which an individual becomes conscious while their body remains in a state of sleep paralysis. This state can be incredibly disorienting and frightening as the person is unable to move or speak. During these episodes, people often experience vivid hallucinations, both auditory and visual. These hallucinations can be so realistic that they are often mistaken for actual events. One of the most common hallucinations reported during sleep paralysis is the presence of a dark, shadowy figure in the room. This figure can appear to be watching or even approaching the person, adding to the sense of terror. This figure is often described as menacing and threatening, adding to the terrifying nature of the experience. The feeling of being watched or pursued can be overwhelming, making it difficult to distinguish between reality and hallucination. Could it be that many reports of shadow people are simply cases of sleep paralysis, misidentified? The brain's ability to create such vivid and frightening images during these episodes is well documented. The similarities between the two phenomena are certainly striking. Both involve the perception of dark, shadowy figures and a sense of fear or dread. This has led some researchers to believe that there may be a connection between sleep paralysis and reports of shadow people. However, many people who claim to have seen shadow people report that they were wide awake and fully conscious at the time of the encounter. This raises questions about whether sleep paralysis can fully explain these experiences or if there is something more at play. Ongoing research into the nature of sleep paralysis and hallucinations continues to shed light on these mysterious experiences. As we learn more about the brain and its capabilities, we may come closer to understanding the true nature of shadow people. Until then, the question remains, are shadow people simply tricks of the mind, or is there something more to these eerie encounters? The answer may lie in the depths of our own consciousness, waiting to be discovered. Some believe that shadow people are actually alien observers, sent to monitor human activity. This theory suggests that these beings might possess advanced technology, allowing them to cloak themselves in shadow, making them nearly invisible to the naked eye. It's a fascinating idea, one that opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. Throughout history, there have been countless reports of encounters with the unexplained. People from all walks of life have described seeing shadow people, often in moments of heightened emotion or stress. These experiences are often chilling, leaving a lasting impression on those who witness them. Are these encounters simply tricks of the mind, or is there something more to these mysterious figures? Despite numerous reports, concrete evidence of shadow people remains elusive. Researchers and enthusiasts have spent years trying to capture proof using everything from infrared cameras to electromagnetic field detectors. Yet the elusive nature of shadow people continues to baffle even the most dedicated investigators. Could it be that these entities exist in a realm just beyond our perception? The line between reality and imagination is often blurred when it comes to shadow people. Some argue that these figures are manifestations of our deepest fears and anxieties, given form by our minds. Others believe they are real entities, existing just outside our understanding. Whatever the truth may be, the phenomenon of shadow people continues to captivate and mystify us, pushing the boundaries of what we know about the world around us.